Welcome back, guys. Another goodie box just dropped through my door and I want to talk about it just like every month. So this month's box is called You Got This, and it is simply to obtain a yes mentality. Because when we start doubting ourselves and doubting others, it's often because our brain has this idea of making things much worse than they actually are. And it's just a good thing to adopt this "you got this" mentality then, because it's very easy to doubt yourself, at least it can be. So for this month we should remind ourselves about 3 things that we just got. It could be 3 normal things like I do the dishes every day. You got this. I mean, it doesn't really matter, just 3 things that you absolutely know that you got. So throw all that to-dos or doubts out of the window and just give yourself a pat on the back and tell yourself that you actually got this. The Phase Zero Bare Necessities eyeshadow palette is actually the first thing I want to talk about. And it's not only eyeshadow in this, they actually also have a bronzer and a blush in here, simply because they want it to be everything you should need. That's their words, that's their claims, that's what they say. And to be honest, if this is actually all that you need, why in the world do they have a icy blue and a pink in here? I feel like they just don't really belong so much in the all-you-could-need palette, but that might just be my idea and my thoughts. When I applied this, it was kind of a circus. Yeah. The bronzer applies like a regular, normal, fine bronzer. The blush you have to build up. At first I didn't see anything coming off, but it did eventually. The eyeshadows, like the mattes, are fine, you just need to blend them for a while longer than you normally would like to. And the shimmers are pretty fun in the way that they all feel a bit wet to the touch, and 2 of them just goes everywhere when you use them. They kind of separate into these weird chunks of glitter, but the other 2 seems completely fine. So it's a bit hit and miss on the glitters, and you do have to put in some more work for this palette to actually work out as it should. The design of this, I'll just grab it again, I really like. I love this outer packaging, like the design of it. It is just normal cardboard, so it's not anything special like that, but it's at least not plastic, so I'm happy about that. The only thing is, concerning the packaging, that I would have liked if the colors had names. I know that's like a luxurious problem. I guess if you are buying makeup, you already have a luxurious problem, but nonetheless, I would have liked names on these. I still don't get why the blue and the pink is in here. That's like a thing I would change and maybe put something else in there, something a bit more wearable. And then just a small highlighter pushed in together the blush and the bronzer. That's all I would like to see, really. Is it that hard? I mean, they already put the blush and the bronzer in here, so the fact that it didn't just take time to just put in a bit more space to put that highlighter in just seems a bit weird to me. I mean, they could have just nailed it, but they apparently didn't want to. There's no labels on it. It smells like powder and cardboard. That's pretty much it, but they do have some ingredients. Let me see if I can find them here. There is 3 ingredients in here that I would like to talk about. There's none bad, like there's no fragrance or anything weird, but it is also makeup, so they often don't put fragrance in that. But it got tocopherol, which is vitamin E and an antioxidant. Ginkgo biloba leaf extract, which is a potent antioxidant and also soothing. And Oenthera biennis oil, which is evening primrose oil, and is also skin soothing and acts as an emollient. So that's like the 3 things that are good in this. But of course it is makeup, so you're going to take it off again. So maybe it's not so important what they put in, but it could have something to do with like the formula and how how it feels. But what do I know? I'm no expert. I'm simply doing this for fun because I like to. So for the claims that you got everything you need in this, kind of not. You do have everything to make a eyeshadow look, but I feel like they could have just done it a bit better, if that makes sense. I don't feel like it's really, I don't feel like they hit the nail right on that one. That's just missing a few things, like the highlighter, then that would be like everything, and 2 more wearable shades than the 2 I was mentioning before. Like, that's it. But it is still a nice palette if you want to put in more of the work. But who wants to? If you can buy a palette like the same price range, this one was 298 in Danish, so that's like 40 in euros and 48 in US dollars. It's kind of a lot of money, I think, for a very meh palette. So I'm a bit sad about that, and that's also why I won't be using it again. I just got much better palettes for like the same. Maybe some of them are a bit like more expensive, but so much better quality and so much easier to work with. So I won't be using this again, unfortunately. The Nails Ink 45 second top coat with retinol is the second product of this box, and it is supposed to give you a glossy, professional, salon-like finish in only 45 seconds. That's quite the claim, and I was really looking forward to it because they gave us in the last box, they gave us a normal nail polish and now a topper, so I feel like it makes me want to use them both more. But I am wondering why in the world they say it's with retinol, because what in the world would that actually do in a nail polish? I don't know. I don't understand the ingredients in nail polish, and I'm not really interested in it, so we won't be talking about those later. When I applied this, it was pretty easy. I mean, it's a normal brush for nail polish, and it did take not... Like, one of my nails wasn't dry after the 45 seconds, but it didn't take more than a minute for them to dry, so I feel like that's a great time to get your nails to dry. So it was really nice. My nails look shiny and glossy. They do look very pretty. The only really bad thing I would say is the packaging. They made it so that you can take the top off and rest your fingers on it, which I think is, I guess that's cool, but this one is just too hard for me to grab then, so I had to loosen it with my teeth, and I'm not really a fan of having to loosen stuff with my teeth, but I kind of had to because I couldn't get this open, so I don't like that. That's stupid. Couldn't they just use a normal lid? I really don't. I get this is kind of fun, kind of cool, but still annoys me. Like, I would rather just have a cap I can just screw open than have something to rest my finger on. I probably have something to rest my finger on at home anyways, so I don't really care much for that. The packaging, yes, I just told you, I don't like. This one looks pretty normal, decent, and the scent of this, holy cow guys, I have never smelled anything this potent. It does smell like nail polish, of course, but like if you bathe it in a room full of nail polish, it's so dang strong. I don't even know. I don't know how it gets this strong. And after I used it, like the first minutes, not just minutes, it took longer than that, maybe an hour or so after I used it, my nails on the hand that I used it also smelled very strongly like some type of nail polish. So the scent kind of bumps me out. I mean, my nails aren't supposed to smell after using this. Like, I understand that the nail polish itself smells, but for it to take so long to not smell all the time just weirds me out. So I don't even know. It is cruelty free and vegan. I'm not sure it's vegan, but it is vegan. So that's pretty good. Again, I won't be talking about the ingredients, but the claims I can kind of agree to. It didn't take 45 seconds, it might take about 1 minute, but that's still a nice time to dry. I mean, it's not bad at all, so I guess that's fine. It's 129 in Danish kroner, then 17.5 euros and 22 US dollars. And I would like to use it again, but I'm really bad at actually using nail polish, so I'm not sure I will actually get to it. But if I will use it again. Third product is the Luxless Nourishing Hair Care Serum. And the first thing I honestly thought when I saw this was just no, please no. Please don't. I hate this packaging already. And I haven't even opened it at this point. Well, I have opened it at this point, but when I saw it, of course I didn't. This one is just horribly packaged. I get the idea that they think you should be able to see the product inside, but I can't even read anything that is on the label because of this. Like, I would have to use everything up to be able to see what's actually on it, and I think that is absolutely stupid. I said it seems super stupid. Nonetheless, they say it is supposed to smooth and give shine while moisturizing and protect your hair against heat. I don't use heat products, so I don't really have to do that, but the other things I could at least see to. I mean, I have to do my best, don't I? Kinda? I think so. When I went to apply this, I already told you I didn't like it, so I'm sorry I'm a bit, well, speechless about this, but it's just, the product itself is just fine. I mean, it gave me shine, it gave me moisture, and my hair looked less dry and a bit more tamed after using it, but the fact that you have to do the weird jiggle to get product out, I mean, this is such a weird application. You can't squeeze the bottle, you just have to shake it until something comes out and hope enough comes out. I hate it, guys. I can't take it. This packaging is annoying me so much, and I just want to get on with it and talk about something else. The scent is nice and flowery. It is recyclable, vegan, not tested on animals. And for me to get through this faster, I guess I will tell you about the ingredients immediately. We got Argania spinaca kernel oil, which is from the argan tree. It is an emollient and antioxidant. Then we got Sclerocaria biera, which is marula oil, which is rich in fatty acids, including palmitic and stearic acids that are good for the skin. Camellia japonica flower extract is also the flower called tsubaki in Japanese. At least that's what I read, so please don't hate me for saying that if it's not true. It's an amazing antioxidant, anti-pollution and soothing ingredient. Then we've got tocopherol acetate, which is vitamin E and an antioxidant. And the last good one is Chamomilla ricotta flower extract. I'm sorry again, I'm saying so many of these things wrong, but it is soothing and an antioxidant. And the last thing is a bad thing, and it's fragrance. And if you have heard or seen some of my recent Goodiebox reviews, you know that fragrance is a thing I don't like. I can use it, I can definitely use it, and I do use it in some products, but the fact that they put fragrance, the term on here, just means we don't know how much is in it, and we don't know which types of fragrance is in it. If they just disclose which type it is, it's a bit easier for me to use, because I know, okay, it's one or two types and I know what they do. But if it's just fragrance, it could be 2 types of fragrance, but it could also be 20 types. We got no idea. So I don't like the term fragrance, okay? Just tell me what's in here actually, please. That will be so much easier. Concerning the claims, it does moisture, it does give shine, and it does like give my hair a lot of help, I guess, without making it look greasy or disgusting. So I do definitely like that. The cost of not this size, but a bigger one, of course, the normal size, would be 170 Danish, 35 33 in euros and 20, what the hell am I saying, guys? 23 in euros, yes, and 27 in US dollars. And I will use it up if I can, but I will never buy a new one. I mean, this packaging got me so mad I don't even want to use more of it, but the product is good, so I still want to. So I will use it up, I won't buy a new one. I hate this packaging. That's it. The Ayah face cream with Provitamin 5 is supposed to calm, nourish the skin and give intense hydration throughout the whole day. And I remember I got a product from from this brand earlier, and I liked it. As far as I remember, it was very gentle on the skin, so I can understand why I think this one is definitely too. When I used it, it was very gentle on the face. Like, it's easy to apply, though I did use a bit too much because the consistency is very thick and very creamy, so it does take quite a while for it to sink into the skin. But again, because it is so rich and creamy and thick, it does also give a lot of moisture. So you kind of have to be careful with not putting on too much of this at a time. The packaging I like. It looks like all of their packaging pretty much. They proudly display like what it does and all their labels, and the labels are here is 0% perfume, allergy certified and 100% vegan, which is nice. And again, because it is 0% perfume, it smells like nothing. And I love it. I simply love it. The fact that they can make a good cream without perfume or without any fragrance, I think is pretty amazing. So I like that. It's a very simple one too. I mean, they don't have many ingredients in here, and the only really good one is panthenol that attracts and help hold the moisture in the skin. So it's a pretty good ingredient, but it's very simple, which is also why I think it has the price range that it has at the price mark. It is 49 in Danish, which is very cheap, so it's 6.5 in euro and 8 US dollars. That's not a bad price for a face cream. The claims, again, it did give me a lot of hydration and a lot of moisture, but it is a very thick consistency, so you have to kind of be aware. You should use it a while before you have to put on makeup or put on other stuff, because it does take a while to dry. I would like just using it mostly in the evening, because I don't really have to care so much about it sinking in at the right time. I can just enjoy the moisture it gives me. Simply. But I will use it up, but I won't buy a new one. I don't really have a favorite face cream right now, but I would like to explore some more to find one that I really like. But for me, if I should buy a new one, it shouldn't have this thick of a consistency. That's simply it. The next product, guys, has such a long name. It is the Starskin VIP, the Gold Mask Eye Revitalizing Luxury Gold Foil Mask. There you got it. It's a long name, I know. And it's supposed to freshen up and help puffy eyes. I don't have it in my hands now because I already used it. It is one of those one packs where you simply got the one pack and then you just throw it out. So I can't show it to you, but I do have some pictures and I do have some videos that you will get to see. And honestly, I don't get the craze about gold. I don't. I mean, it's cool, but the fact that you have, or not the fact, it's not really a fact, it's just like a trend, I guess, that putting gold on your face, on your feet, in your food. Well, that was free efforts, that was pretty awesome. Sorry, I don't know why I thought that was funny, but apparently that's how it is being quarantined, you know, guys? You just stop thinking normal things are funny and start thinking crazy things are funny, so apparently that's how it is. But nonetheless, I don't understand the gold craze, but I really want to try it anyways, so applying it, there was no problems. I mean, there was a lot of residue, not residue, but product in the actual bag I got. So there was too much for the eye patches that I have to put under my eye. and I didn't think that I could just squeeze it out and use it all over my body. I just threw it out, so I felt really stupid afterwards. I mean, that's such a waste. That could have been enough for my whole, maybe not my whole body, but at least 2 or 3 times for my face. I don't even know there was so much in there. It just seemed a bit excessive, and I'm very sad I threw it out, but that's what I did. It felt very nice and cold on my face when I used it. And after I had taken it off, my eye area looked brighter and I looked a bit more alive, which is what they want. But unfortunately, after about 10 minutes, I felt a bit of a tingle. Sorry, something's flying in here. It didn't really like hurt, but I could feel something, so I took it off pretty soon thereafter. The packaging on the package, though I really like, it was very nice. Of course it was gold, it has to be, and they had great instructions on the back on what to do and how to do what you had to do, how to put it on, how to apply, and what to do with the rest. Labels though, I'm a bit unsure about, because they had like the places where I normally put labels, they had 4 things. They had non-water, medium bright, travel friendly, and VIP treatment. And I know they're not real labels, but I guess they also count as something, so I thought I'd just mention for you guys in case any of those things matter to you. Concerning the claims, I did get a brighter under eye, so I do definitely like that. But again, there was a bit of a tinkle, and I know why, because I read the ingredients list and I want to read it for you guys too, so you can understand together with me. So for this one, we got, I think it's only one, yes, we only got one piece of ingredient. Apparently my brain doesn't function properly today, so I'm very sorry guys, but you just have to, just stick with me please. Glycerin is the first one, which is hydrating, replenishing and restoring. Ayah officinalis is the marshmallow plant, or comes from the marshmallow plant, and is skin soothing. Then we got sodium hyaluronate, which replenishes, and it is the salt form of hyaluronic acid. Panthenol attracts and holds moisture. We also had it in the other product, the last product. Mercuriara, Dubai fruit extract, is also called camu camu. And this is a berry with a strong antioxidant property, and it is also a source of minerals and fatty acids, so a pretty good berry actually. Dipotassium glycyrrhizate. Wow. I'm glad I will have to put this stuff up so you can also read it. It's just not me being retarded, it's actually not that easy to pronounce. You can try and see if you can do it better. I think it has to take some time before I can actually do this, but nonetheless this one is soothing. And allantoin is the last good ingredient, which is soothing and conditioning, and the last one is fragrance again. And as I told you before, fragrance we don't know. It can be sensitizing, it can be irritating, and what's wrong with the term fragrance is that it can be 1 or 20 pieces of fragrance in here. We don't know how much it is, and my thought is that because of this undisclosed fragrance, that's also why I felt the tingle under my eyes. So I can only imagine that's it. I don't know why else it would do that, because it's supposed to be soothing, not tingling. So I don't know why it did that, but that's kind of annoying. I can only imagine it's the fragrance. Yeah. I'm sad about that. Sorry. The price is 190 in Danish, 25.5 in euros, and 30.5 in US dollars, and I will not buy a new one. I used the pack up, so I can't really use it again, but I will not buy a new one simply because of the tingling sensation. And again, when you put undisclosed fragrance under your eyes, it can be very sensitizing, because your eye area already is very thin, already is very sensitive. I would rather, like, if I knew what type of fragrance it was, then it would be a bit easier to deal with. But because I don't know if they have 100 different types of fragrances in here, I feel a bit iffy about putting it under my skin. Yeah, so I won't buy a new one. Never, ever, not at all. The last product is the Body Shop hand cream, and it's supposed to get you through all of the season without dry hands. It's also supposed to smell like autumn. I would agree, it smells more like winter. It smells like very nice berry-like and sweet, and I really love the scent. Then this one is called Festive Berries, so it's with cranberry seed oil, and that's also, I guess, why I think it smells so dang great. It's easy to apply, it dries in fairly quickly without really being sticky or anything, so I really do love that. The packaging here, I love it. I love all of their winter packaging. I think it's just super dang cute, the Body Shop winter collections and packagings, and pretty much all of them also smell great. But even though they smell great, that also means that there is at least some type of fragrance in there, which I know there's also fragrance in this one. I think I'll just read for you what's actually in it, because it's supposed to hydrate immensely, and it does have a lot of hydrating ingredients, but it also have some type of fragrance, of course, or else it wouldn't smell this nice. But it does have glycerin, which replenishes and restores while hydrating. Caprylic or capric triglyceride, which comes from the coconut oil, and glycerin is an emollient and skin replenishing. It gives like a mix of fatty acids that the skin uses to replenish itself and its surface, and then it resists moisture loss and is also used as a thickener. Almond oil is a non-volatile, non-fragrant emollient. It is skin replenishing and helps moisture. Then Batrospermum parkii is shea butter, much easier name to use. It is soothing and antioxidant, skin replenishing, and has these skin replenishing fatty acids. It is great in products made to treat dry skin, for example this one. Then glycine soy oil is an emollient and antioxidant. Vaccinium macrocapone seed oil is cranberry seed oil, which is what they told would be in this, so it's nice to actually see it somewhere high on the list. It's an antioxidant and skin restoring. Opignia oleifera seed oil is also called babasu oil. It's an emollient and antioxidant while softening and smoothing. Then there is fragrance in here, and again, fragrance, if we use it, we don't know if it's 1, 10, 20 types of fragrance that are actually used in here, so it can be a bit jiffy about it. And again, fragrance can be sensitizing, so it's not really a good thing to put in the products, but it really depends on where you use it. For example, for your hands, it's not as bad as it would be for example, your face, because you have more sensitive skin in your face than you do have on your hands, for example. And the last one is limonene, which comes from pine trees, citrus oils, and species of mint, and it can be sensitizing when exposed to air, but otherwise it's a antioxidant and can actually calm skin. So a lot of hydrating and moisturizing ingredients in here, and also the fragrance that we knew would be there, because how else would they get that sweet, sweet scent? So I don't really think it's that bad when it's for your hands. Nonetheless, like, they do a great job. I mean, all of the products are always cruelty-free, so that's a good thing. Like this one, for the claims, it does hydrate, it does moisturize. I don't know if I can go through all the season without dry hands with this, we'll see. I've only used it for a week, so I don't really know yet. But we will definitely find out. And the scent of autumn, I don't agree. It's the scent of winter. I love the scent nonetheless, so it doesn't really matter to me. The cost of this is only 40 in Danish, so it's like 5.5 in euros and 6.5 in US dollars. And again, I like it. I will use it up, but I'm really bad at remembering to use hand creams, so I'm not sure I will actually use it that much. And when I finally finish this one, I do have 4 or 5 extra hand creams at home that I have to use, so I won't be buying a new one, at least yet. That's actually all for today. These 6 products were kind of hit and miss. I feel like some of them were not far off. It's just a few problems with how they made it, like the packaging of the products. Nonetheless, it was pretty okay. A bit mad, but pretty okay. So that's all for today. Have you guys ever tried any of these? I would love to hear, so you can tell me in the comments below. And yeah, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to stay subscribed, then you will know what I'm doing, I guess. and you can ring the bell to stay for future videos. So that's really all. It's that easy. I just hope you all have a happy life one day at a time.